Hi, Stacy here with Limelight AZ. It's 18 weeks, 384 stings so far. Um, got some new sheets. Yay. Before we only had one sheet that would get pulled off and washed and pulled off and washed and pulled off and washed. But now that hubby is working, we can buy some extra sheets. And I'm loving the color. Okay, so not the purpose of this update. Okay, so this update, again, not a lot happening. I've been really stiff. I've been more stiff than I had been previously in previous weeks. I noticed it last week, but I wasn't sure if it was just a fluke or if it was increasing symptoms or what. Definitely my range of motion is not very good. Having a lot of trouble moving with my knees, which, in addition to the additional pain, has caused a couple breakdowns the last couple of days. Makes me wonder if it's just an ebb flow situation with the bee venom. So here I'm hitting a harder period, and I just don't really realize it because it's not overtly obvious. Or if the bee venom's not working or what. I don't know. It's a little discouraging, though. I can tell you that. Especially since I'm not able to move in bed very well right now. I do think part of that is I ate some gluten-free bread, and I've noticed in the past that rice, which I believe this gluten-free bread was made with rice, causes me to hurt more and make it so that I don't feel as strong. So I am guessing that that is part of my problem. Again, pretty discouraging. Let's see. One thing that we did start today is dry skin brushing. We haven't been doing that, but we did do that today. I had my husband do a good dry skin brushing on my body, which interestingly made me need to pee almost immediately. Like within 2 minutes of him starting the brushing, I felt like I needed to pee, and then by the end of it, I was like, oh my gosh. And the whole process took like maybe 6-7 minutes. So, definitely did something to my body, which I thought was interesting. It also knocked off a bunch of dead skin, at least from my legs. Um, so I'd like to do it a few times a week, but at least I think I'll be able to get him to do it at least on Saturdays. So today the plan. Oh, sorry, I've been yawning. Today the plan is to keep me under the sauna blanket for a good portion of the day. I've not been able to stay under it for very long, and it's like my biggest option for detox. Except for maybe the charcoal pills that I take at night. So, I'm going to try staying under it most today. What I've been noticing is that the reason I end up getting out from under it is because I try to stay in one position so long because it's really hard to move under the blanket. And so I end up staying in one position way too long, and then by the time I have had it, I've really had it, and I don't want to mess with it anymore. So I'm hoping that if we just accept that I'm going to be moving around quite a bit and that it's going to cool the blanket down, but if I stay under it longer, that maybe I can do a lot of sweating. And I'm hoping that I will do enough sweating that the bubbles on my skin will be easier to burst or will burst on their own. It wouldn't hurt. It's just like dead skin that's trapping the sweat. So, and then after that, hopefully we can get my hair washed, and my body cleaned up. So, I don't know. That's kind of the game plan today. Today's Saturday. I'm doing my update today instead of tomorrow because, my husband is off doing something right now and I have the time to do it. So, what else? We got a new TV. We've been wanting a TV for a while. We haven't had a TV since, gosh, even since before Wisconsin, or at least the last place in Wisconsin. It's probably been let's see, Wisconsin bus. It's definitely been since we lived uh, in the house in Wisconsin, and so that was March of last year. So it's been like a year and a half since we've had a TV. We could watch stuff on our phones and computers and stuff, but we haven't had an actual TV in about a year and a half. So we got a TV. It is enormous. Hang on. We're going through the same place that we get our bed that we are doing a rent to own thing on. We have my mom's bed that we were also doing a rent to own thing, and her the full amount for her bed is about ready to fall off. So we added the TV so that we can start doing some Aleph Beta videos. If you don't know what Aleph Beta is, I highly recommend it. It's ALEPHBETA.org. Love their videos. It's based off of scripture and um, could also start watching Shalom Sesame with Nessa without her like clobbering me, which she really enjoys, and start doing some educational videos. And maybe it'll help me get out of my funk a little bit to be able to be with the kids and not have them on top of me trying to watch on my little tiny phone. So hopefully it will be a blessing to our family. Yeah. Anyway, the TV, by the way, it's enormous. But I guess they didn't really have anything smaller. I guess they had one that was smaller. It was the same price. So my husband got this one. So it's not crazy as I am about it being so large. Oh well. Yeah, I know. I'm one of the few people who doesn't want an enormous TV. It just seems like grandeur, and I'm not a big fan of grandeur. Anyway, I'm rambling. I think it's time to go. I'm a little annoyed at the size of the TV. Okay, I think this video is totally tailspin out of control now, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. But I hope you guys have a blessed weekend, and that's it. That's the newest update. Bye.